I regarded Bernard Sumner as the best sort of electronic musician out of the UK, you know, as well as being the killer guitar player in Joy Division. And we'd bumped into each other over the years, and we knew each other, and that was it. And then we started writing, and then this very, very tight friendship started, you know. And the idea of electronic was it was supposed to not be a group, you know, not be a band anyway, because it was very important that Bernard and myself got away from being in a band, you know. So we wanted to be a new, you know, at that time there was a lot of new kind of groups, like, you know, say S Express and Chic were important to us too, you know, because again that was two people, and they built a group around their songs. David Byrne and Brian Eno, David Bowie and Brian Eno. That idea of the studio being the band, that was really important for us. It wasn't just that we were trying to get away from the Smiths and New Order. It was that we were trying to take on those other kind of working practices. And if it's just the two years and you're like playing everything and writing everything and producing everything and building the studios, that's why it takes a long time. But we liked Kraftwerk as well, and they have even longer gaps in between records. So when you like one of your favourite bands is Kraftwerk, you know, you feel pretty prolific making a record every 2 years, you know.
And then you get to work with one of them.
Yeah. Carl Bartos joined us on the second album, yeah.
What was it like meeting him for the first time? Because, I mean, he's quite a legendary figure.
Meeting Carl was amazing because we had these ideas about, you know, Kraftwerk, and we expected that we'd go over to Dusseldorf, which we did, and that, you know, we would be met by a robot, and, you know, and which he's anything but. And we just got to go into the studio and look at all of their gear and see, you know, he explained to us how certain songs were made and everything. That was really exciting for us. But it was interesting because we wanted to be very, very electronic, and he was interested in being more like a rock musician. It's just an interesting sort of scenario, really. So he wanted to jam, and he came into my place, and we were expecting, as I say, some guy with a clipboard, and he picked up an acoustic guitar of mine and started playing Lazy Sunday Afternoon by the Small Faces, whereas we wanted to sound like Trans-Europe Express, you know. It was a great time. Electronic was so good, and I had some hits that were a surprise and that I'm very, very fond of, you know. The main one being Get the Message.
Why that track?
Because it was written very quickly, and it has a spirit in it that can really get ironed out of a song if you work on something too long.